Hello, sorry I'm late again.
That's okay, Tony. How are you today?
Not too bad.
Good.
I run all the way here.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, you should be well warmed up then.
Sorry?
You should be all nicely warmed up then.
Yeah. How are you, man?
Yeah, fine. So, how do you feel about your lesson today then? Can you remember what we said we would discuss today?
What we're going to discuss?
Not discuss, do, sorry.
My
My bag.
We done the that reverse thing in behind the car last week.
We did, didn't we? We started the reverse park.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel that you did last week? Can you remember how well you did and what you gave yourself?
Yeah, you said the observations. I can't do it in the mirrors.
You can't do it with the mirrors.
I have to look all around me.
Exactly. So it's complete effective observation, isn't
Yeah.
it, all around you?
Yeah.
So why do we have to do effective observation all around?
Because I wouldn't see a child walking out of the driveway.
Exactly. You won't see anything out of the dryway.
But I've had loads of practice this week with
Have
the wife,
you?
yeah.
Oh, excellent. So
She's-
did it go well?
She said I'm the nuts.
Oh, well, that's nice to hear.
Yeah.
I could take that further, but
Yeah.
I won't. Okay, nuts. What about the reference points? Can you remember where the reference points
Yeah, I
are
can,
for the
yeah,
reverse?
yeah,
So
yeah.
what was your first reference point?
Oh, I know all of them. I've got imperfect.
Okay, yeah.
I think we've had 20 of them yesterday.
Okay.
We had 15 on the day before, got in every time.
Did you?
Yeah.
So it's purely the observations. So if we raced it last time, how would it have?
No, I've sorted the observations.
You've sorted them, have you?
Yeah.
What, with your
Yeah.
wife?
Yeah.
So that's why you're the nuts now.
I had a sore neck last night.
Yeah, what, from the reverse park?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not going to say anything. I'll keep stum. Okay, fine. So should we give it a go then? So,
Just out of roll.
yeah.
What your pupil says you can't control, yeah? What you say you must control, yeah?
Mouth.
Be careful about what you say, yeah?
Be careful, yes.
Yeah?
Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, you can't control what your pupil says.
Okay, but I can control what I say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even if you make me laugh.
Sorry?
Even if they make me laugh.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Okay, so we're going to give the reverse park a go today.
Yeah.
And we want to work on those observations. So, how are you going to improve your observations?
I have already.
Yeah, but what did you do in order
Looking
to improve?
everywhere.
Looking everywhere.
Everywhere.
What else helps you improve your observations apart from something while you're doing the actual manoeuvre? Something to do with the manoeuvre itself will help you have time to do your observations.
Oh, the control.
The control.
Yeah.
So control of speed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so that gives you lots of time
Yeah.
to be accurate with your manoeuvre and to do all your
Yeah.
observations.
Yeah.
Okay, and what about the safety bubbles? So can you remember about when you should
Yeah,
stop?
I use that, yeah.
You use
Yeah.
the safety
Yeah.
bubbles, okay? All right then, well, shall we give it a go then?
Yeah.
So how much help do you want from me, Tony?
I'll have a go on my own.
Have a go on your own, okay. So if we do it with you, have a go on your own, and then if there's any situation that I feel you don't respond to, I will either have to take the wheel, ask you to stop, or use the pedal if I have to. And if I do so, we will discuss it afterwards, yeah? Okay, so would you like to set yourself up?
Are you taking responsibility for the car today?
No. Yeah, we're shared. So you said...
No, I mean, are you taking responsibility for everything?
Who's responsible for everything in the car, Tony?
Oh, you normally ask me that. That's why
I
I'm
do normally
wondering.
ask you, so who
I
is
thought you were
responsible for
taking-
everything in the
I
car?
thought you were taking that away from me.
No.
I wasn't responsible when my wife was taking me out.
How were you not responsible when your wife was taking you out?
Sorry?
How weren't you responsible when your wife
Have you
took
met my
out?
wife?
No.
She's in charge.
Did she?
Yeah.
But did she have a pedal? A brake pedal?
Sorry?
Did she have a pedal?
No, she had a stick.
So she had a stick,
Yeah.
did you? She just
Yeah.
whacked you?
Sorry?
Whacked you with a stick?
No, I made sure I didn't do anything wrong.
Okay, well, so we want you to do it. So you imagine, okay, then I could be your wife here, but I won't hit you with a stick of any kind. So who is responsible? Because I'm not your wife and I don't have that stick.
I am.
You are. And what about
Yeah.
everything outside the car?
I am.
You are.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So now that you understand it, would you like to set yourself up? I'll take my seatbelt because I already had it on. Okay. Okay, what about your mirrors?
It's like the same place as last week.
Is it?
Yeah.
So you can see everything? So you know what you can see?
Yeah. Really.
What can you see in your door mirrors then?
See the two door handles.
Mhm.
See the road. Bit in the middle.
Yep.
The sky.
Good. And the same, what about your left door mirror?
2 door handles, the pavement. The bin bag in the middle. And the sky.
And some sky, okay,
Yeah.
fine. And your centre window, rear view windows, that's okay. Pitch frame out the back window?
Yeah, I see the whole of the back window.
Good, okay.
And a bit of my headrest.
Okay. All right then.
Shall I drive on?
Yes. So you can stop there, Tony. So
Oh, you just started.
you have only just started, but you've moved. There's something missing. What was missing? So think about your POM routine.
Should I have
Your
indicated?
observations. Well, was anyone going to benefit from your indication?
No.
No. So you didn't need to
So why'd
indicate.
you stop me?
What about your blind spot?
Oh God, I'm always forgetting that. Aren't I?
Yeah, blind spot,
yeah.
Tony. Okay.
Yeah.
So where do you start your observations from? Let's just talk through them.
Oh, in there.
What about this side?
Then I go there.
No,
Then I
you
go-
start here, don't you?
No, I always go there first.
So that's why I want you to start from this side now. So why?
That'll roll.
Yep.
What's the point of me starting there if I've got 25 cars coming up behind me?
Okay, so you start there first, then you go to here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I go back to there, look ahead,
Yep.
look in there.
And then what's your last one?
Oh, well, the blind spot, but there's nobody there.
How do you know there's no one there? It's a blind spot, that's the whole point. So what can you see? So look at your door window. What can you see out of your window?
Window.
Edge. Now look over your shoulder. What can you see that's not in your mirrors?
Sorry, you've lost me.
So if you look over your shoulder now, can you see the driveway to the house number 46 and the
Yeah.
car that's sitting in there? Can you see it now? Can you see number
46.
46? That brown, the house next door.
Can't see any car in the driveway.
Oh, well, I can from where I'm sat. But so in your door mirror, could you see number 46 from there?
No.
No, or the entrance. That's your blind spot. So how do you know that someone hasn't come out of that driveway for that house?
Oh, yeah, you mentioned that before.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could be anything.
Yeah, yeah. On the blind spot.
That's better. Good. Okay. Well done, Tony. So Tony, I want you to look in the direction you're going.
Yeah, something looked at there.
So yeah, but you have a look, just a glance down there. What's going to happen if you continue looking down there?
Sorry?
What would happen if you continue looking down that road?
I've just been nosy.
Yeah, but you can only glance down it. If you continue looking, the car will start going in the direction you're looking. So have a quick scan down there, no one's coming, and then look in the direction you want to drive. Okay, so what should you be doing now as you're approaching these parked vehicles?
Checking ahead.
Checking ahead. Maybe think about reducing your speed. So where are we going?
Oh, just
So where
Turning
are we?
right.
We're Tony. So why don't you take the next right, Tony? So what do you need to check before you indicate?
mirrors.
Okay. So do you think it's appropriate to be driving that quickly with all the vehicles around you there? No vehicles coming towards you?
What are you doing, 20?
You're only doing 20? Yeah, I know, but it can still be a bit fast, can't it, with parked vehicles? Like here. So what should you check as you go around those vehicles, Tony? So should we pull over on the left for a minute and stop? That means slow down, brake, whoa, towards you. That's better. Okay, so when we're coming out, and internet, good. Okay, so when we're coming round a corner then, Tony, so did you feel that that was an appropriate speed to come round the corner then?
Yes, that's fine.
So what made you think that that was an appropriate speed?
I could see. I had loads of room.
So you had loads of room. And so then the last vehicles there, as you go around parked vehicles, what should you check before you go around them? Because you're going to have to move your car over to the right, towards the centre of the road.
Oh, the mirrors, yeah.
The mirrors,
Yeah.
did you check your mirrors?
I can't remember.
You didn't check your mirrors. So how would you know if there was anything coming to overtake you at all?
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't. So what should you do when you come through all those vehicles?
Check the right mirror and the middle mirror.
So which one first?
Oh, sorry, the middle first, yeah.
Yeah. So why do you need to check the middle one first, Tony?
That's the one you shave in.
It's the one what?
That's the one you shave in.
Well, I don't shave in that mirror, but so why should you check in that one first?
It shows you the distance and speed, the real picture.
It does. Okay, and then why do you need to check the door mirror as you go round?
Oh, that's in case somebody's overtaken me.
In case something has overtaken you. So if there is somebody overtaking you, or there's somebody pretty close to you behind, what should you be doing?
I'd probably let them go.
You let them go. So the only way you're going to let them go is to do what?
Check my mirror.
Check your mirror and maybe reduce
That's
your
right,
speed.
innit? Let them go, innit?
Yes. And maybe you should reduce your speed.
Maybe.
So if you're coming up to a parked
Is that
vehicle...
right? Let them go, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just check.
Yeah. So if you come up to those parked vehicles now, and you've got to go around them, if there's other parked vehicles parked on the other side, there's not much space. So you could have another car coming towards you.
Yeah.
So if you reduce your speed as you're approaching, check your mirrors, and then when you know it's definitely clear, you can then go round and continue.
Yeah.
So when you turned the corner there, back there were lots of parked vehicles on both sides. So it was a good idea to maybe not go through as fast until you know for sure that it was definitely clear. All right?
Yeah.
So is that all okay? You understand that?
So check that mirror in case somebody's overtaken.
And check that mirror in case someone's overtaken you. Yes. Because what happens if they are overtaking you and then you pull out? What could happen when you pull round a vehicle?
They shouldn't be breaking the speed limit.
They might not be breaking the speed limit, but they could still be overtaking you. So what could happen potentially if you haven't checked that mirror and you go to pull out and they're overtaking you as well?
They shouldn't overtake on the road like this. It's their fault, isn't it?
Who's in front, you or them?
I am.
So if you pull out in front of them, whether they're overtaking you or not...
Well, if I'm doing the appropriate speed, they shouldn't be overtaking me, should they?
You can't stop someone else doing something else. You've got to be in charge of your vehicle. And yes, be in charge of the appropriate speed, but you can't prevent somebody else doing something that they shouldn't do. Okay, so you've got to be prepared in case somebody is doing something that they might not be supposed to be doing.
No.
So if they're overtaking you and you just pull out and don't use your door mirror, what's going to happen?
I wouldn't see them.
You wouldn't see them, so what potentially would be the result of that?
They'd probably swerve or hit me.
Yes, exactly. So that's why you must use your appropriate speed to the conditions around you and use your mirrors.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, when you're ready, should we move on then, Tony? So stop there.
Blind spot.
Blind spot. Good, well done, Tony. Much better, well done.
Shoot me now, eh?
I'm not going to shoot you at all, but I will keep reminding you. Good, that's much better. Am I going to tell you which car what we wanted to use, or?
Mirror.
Good, well done with the mirrors, Tony.
I'll give you directions.
So how often should you check your central mirror, Tony?
As long as I keep an eye on what's happening behind, isn't it?
Yeah, so what would be a good time frame to check the mirrors? Because you're not really checking them very much.
Sorry?
So you haven't checked your central mirror very
There's
much.
a silver car behind me.
You do now, because I said it. So what would be a good time span to check your central mirror?
Every 2 seconds.
Every 5, okay?
1, 2, 3, 4. Turning left.
At the end of the road, I'd like you to turn left. Good mirrors, well done. So Tony,
Yeah.
what do you need to do before we pull away?
Check.
What else do you need to do? What about your gears? Yeah, well done.
What was?
That. So why do you need to be in first gear to pull away?
Oh, just stalled.
You would have stalled, exactly.
Straight up.
Straight on at the roundabout. Well done, good. Good observations, well done.
And turning right.
And take the next right at this roundabout. about the driveways, although we have got someone that's coming out.
Reverse back. I'll do this
So
in a row. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
We're going to use that car?
So we're going to use this car
Oh.
to do your reverse park. Okay?
Yeah?
So, what do you need to do? So I want you to remind me, Tony, talk me through what you can remember.
Well,
So
I'll
how we
put
do
it
it? Put it alongside.
Put it in reverse.
Mm-hmm.
Check all around me.
Mm-hmm.
Stick it in the hole beyond.
Okay. Okay, that's a pretty good example of it. Okay then. So, when you're ready.
And blind spot.
Well done. Blind spot. Good. Which first?
Sorry?
You don't need the handbrake, did you just say?
No.
Okay. Why don't you need the handbrake?
Well, I'm moving straight away, am I?
Okay, so what gear do you need?
Reverse. I've got it.
Yeah, sorry, that's my car goes the other way.
Sorry?
Sorry about that. Right. Okay. So how do you
The
feel
nuts,
that?
wasn't it? It was the nuts, wasn't it?
It was the nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I will safely say your reference points are pretty good, and your positioning was the nuts. Yes, but what was wrong with the manoeuvre? Can you think of what was
you
wrong?
can't complain about my observations. I was looking everywhere.
I'm not even going to complain about your observations. So what would I complain about?
I haven't got a clue.
What about the speed?
Sorry?
Speed.
Yeah, but I got out of the way quick, didn't I?
So it's not about getting out of the way quick. So if you're doing your observations when you start,
Yeah.
when you do it that fast, how can you do your observations behind that
I
fast?
was. I kept looking.
Where?
Everywhere.
Over your shoulder?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So the whole point about this manoeuvre is speed gives you control and accuracy. Now you're going to argue with me that you've got accuracy.
Speed gives you control and accuracy.
Yeah. And the speed helps you to stay in control.
I should do it quicker then.
No, you should do it way, way slower. So I want you to do that manoeuvre again, but at the speed of an old man with a broken leg. So why do you think I want you to do it at that speed?
Not sure if I want to do it. Not sure if I want to do it again.
You're not sure if you want to do it
Yeah.
again? Well, it depends on whether you want to... Do you want to get through your test?
Sorry?
Do you want to be able to drive safely and do your test?
I like the way you normally ask me, but I'd like to try again.
Would you like to try it again then, Tony?
Yeah, I'll think about it. Say please.
Oh, you're pushing your luck here.
Yeah?
Say please. Oh, please, Tony, would you do that again?
It's really client central learning, isn't it?
Yes. Would you like to do that again, please, Tony?
Yeah, I'll have another go.
You'll have another go.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what are you going to do differently this time?
Well, you whinged about the speed, so I better do it
whinged
slower.
about- I did whinge about the speed. So, and what speed are you going to do it?
Oh, that old man's walking pace with a broken leg, isn't it?
Old man with a broken leg.
Yeah.
So what do you gain by doing it at that speed?
Well, I was doing the observations.
You were doing the observations, but what would you have done?
Everything was a bit of a blur, though.
Everything. Well, I'm not surprised it was a bit of a blur because it was at breakneck speed.
Yeah.
I didn't even have time to do the observations.
Did you know?
Not at that speed, no. How would I have got my observations in at that speed?
It's an age thing, really.
I'll give you it's an age thing. So, we want the old man with a broken leg.
Yeah.
Okay, so how would you know at that speed? Let's say, for example, you've got a cat. Let's say, for example, the cat came flying out of that driveway. It saw something over there.
I've
to
got a
chase.
three-legged cat. He ain't going to go flying anywhere, is he?
He could go fast if he wants to. So let's say he's seen a nice little mouse run across that road and he comes flying out of that driveway behind you. What would have happened to him?
I wouldn't have seen him.
You wouldn't have seen him.
No.
No, and he'd be a flat cat now, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
So exactly. So now can we try and do it with an old man with a broken leg?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shall I try again?
Yeah, we'll try again. He is in your bubble, you're right. That's very good. So, Tony, is there anything wrong with your left shoulder? Okay, good. And you don't have to stay on your left shoulder there, do you? I want you to observe everywhere.
Car didn't sound too good today.
So why do you think it's making that noise?
Sorry?
No reason, we'll sort that and talk about that
Yeah,
too.
it's probably your last people who broke it. I can't go any slower than that.
You can't go any slower than that, no. So that was much better, wasn't it, for speed?
Yeah.
And the observations. How did you feel the observations went that time?
Well, I've done the same as what I've done the last time,
So
but
you
I
did.
saw a lot more this time.
You saw a lot more. Why
Yeah.
did you see a lot more?
It's gone slower.
Because you were going slower. So does that mean you had time to respond to things if they happened around you?
Your car doesn't seem like
So why
going that
why
slow.
do you think it was making all that noise?
I haven't got a clue.
So have a think about it. So with your feet,
Yeah,
what do you notice about this road?
it's raining.
It's raining. What else about the road?
Trees,
Trees. Anything else?
nice houses.
Is it flat?
Sorry?
Is it flat?
No, it's gone uphill.
It's going uphill. So what does that mean when you're going backwards?
And you're going down here.
So what happens when you're going downhill to the car?
Ah, that's probably why I went fast in the first one.
No, it went faster than the
Yeah.
first one because you were going fast with your gas pedal and your clutch together. So it's going downhill. What does
Yeah.
that mean the car's going to do when you're going backwards?
Go fast.
Yeah, so do you need to be grind? So what happened there with your feet, the noise, that's because you're using the clutch and the brake together. So you're lifting the clutch
No,
and then putting the brake
I
down.
was using the brake to keep the old man's walking pace.
You were using the brakes, but your clutch, do you need to have your clutch halfway up when you're going downhill, or will the car start moving on its own?
I don't use shouldn't that be for coasting.
So you wouldn't be coasting then. So if you had your clutch to the floor and just use your brake pedal, would you be allowed to do that?
I said that's coasting.
So that's coasting. So if you bring your clutch too high, it's fighting against the brake pedal,
Is
isn't
that coasting or not coasting?
It's coasting when you're driving and you go into neutral. It's coasting, and if you change gears and stay in the clutch to the floor for
No,
too
I mean
long,
when I'm
when you're
manoeuvring.
manoeuvring like this,
Is it coasting?
yeah, I suppose it is, isn't it?
Is it?
I don't know. Is it? It's not. It is. It isn't. It either is or isn't.
I don't know. I'm paying you £40 an hour for this.
Oh, you're so not.
Is it coasting or in?
Yeah.
Outright.
Yeah. No.
How can you coast in a minute?
Well, that's what I thought, but I thought it was a trick question, and you're going to make me say yes, it is coasting. No, you can have your clutch to the floor and just use the brake pedal. Yes.
Sorry?
So you could have your clutch to the floor so you don't stall and just use your brake pedal. Yes?
Yeah, so remember what I told you? Yeah, we're still out of roll.
Yeah.
Remember what I told you ages and ages ago, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know the answer to a question, don't give me a load of bull, yeah?
Yeah.
Because that's going to stay with me, innit?
Yeah.
Come back and tell me.
Okay.
Look, I've had a brain freeze, I don't know the answer. But I'll find out and I'll get back to you later on, yeah?
Okay, so if I ask you can I ask you a question so I have to roll then?
Yeah.
So, when we're doing that grinding noise is obviously the brake pedal fighting against the clutch, isn't
Yeah.
it? So, if you have the clutch to the floor, you can just use the brake. Is that right? So the clutch you won't stall, and then you can just do it on the brake pedal.
Yeah, so we're just mentioning that I'm fighting the brake with the clutch.
Yeah.
It was a bit like when you pulled me over for not checking the right mirror before going around parked cars, yeah?
Yep.
It took you a long time to get around to asking me,
Why?
did I know the reason why, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? You know, so what's going to change on the next one? Why should I not fight the brake with the clutch just because you... So I shouldn't
Tell me
fight the
not
brake
to.
with the clutch, yeah?
Makes an awful lot of noise.
Yeah.
And it doesn't do the clutch any good or the
What do you
brake
mean?
any good.
What do you mean it doesn't do the clutch any good?
So, well, it can't do it any good, can it? It's fighting against the brake all the
Burn
time.
the clutch out.
Exactly, it's burning it
Yeah?
out, yeah.
Telling the car to go with the clutch and telling it to stop with the brake, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, so how do we get the car to go then?
You put the clutch to the floor and just use the brake pedal. And you get it on the bike with the gas, get it moving, and then just use the brake pedal.
So,
If you're going downhill.
you know, try and get inside my head a bit and find out what I do know, yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, you mentioned the fact that we're coming downhill. What is the coming downhill?
Gravity.
You know, yeah.
I thought I said that. Did I not say gravity? It makes the car roll.
Yeah, you could probably have dug a bit deeper. I might have come up with the answer myself, hadn't I?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yep. So I've got to wait for you to say I don't know what the answer is before I tell you then.
Well, not
Because you told me there was
particularly
trees. I asked you to go straight. You told me there was trees. You told me there were houses. You told me everything but the fact that it was on a hill. So then I said it was on a hill, and I said, what does that mean to the car?
But I think you asked the question something like about, what do you notice about the...
The road.
Yeah.
Okay. So how should I word that then?
Well, your words are okay, but play around with you a bit if they're not exactly sure where you're going with the question, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. So am I right in saying that once they've got the car moving that they can then put the clutch to the floor and just use the brake pedal or not? Because they've got gravity.
So why would they have to clutch up in the first place if they've got gravity?
Because they got it going with the gas and the clutch.
Sorry?
Well, they wouldn't need to, would they?
Well,
They just put it to the
well,
floor.
we're stationary at the moment, yeah?
Yeah.
There's nobody behind us, is there?
No. Well, there is some. Yeah, we start moving.
It's going, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. So they can literally just have the clutch to the floor and just use the brake pedal.
Yeah.
Okay. So sometimes with that noise, they make that noise even when it's on the flat, and then they do need the gas and the pedal. But when they're going down the tiny little bit of camber, then it should literally be just the clutch to the floor, shouldn't it? And then just
Don't
the brake
forget,
pedal.
they can fight the brake with the clutch, even on a flat, or even go on a hill if they want to, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But it's probably it's definitely going to burn the clutch out eventually.
Yes.
And it's probably going to stall anyway.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yes. Makes sense.
So where do we go from here? Back and
Pardon?
roll now.
Okay. So when you're coming backwards, so you had it really nice and slow,
Yeah.
but there was that big noise, wasn't there, with the pedals?
Yeah.
You said the car was making a lot of noise. So what do you think was making that noise?
You told me I was fighting the clutch
The
with
clutch
the brake.
with the brake. So how are we going to do that? Come down to do this parking without fighting the clutch and the brake. What could you do instead?
Well, now that I know that I'm not coasting,
Yeah.
I can keep the clutch down.
So you keep the clutch down and just use the brake pedal.
Yeah.
Okay. So should we try that again this time and try it like that? Obviously not.
Yeah, think about shared responsibility.
Okay. Yeah. We've done that already, haven't we? Do we have to do it again? So
Different problem now, isn't it?
it's a different problem now. Okay. Okay. So now we're going to try the parallel park again.
So are you on? Just come out of roll a minute.
Mhm.
Are you going to check? Are you only going to check with your pupil once about shared responsibility?
No. But I have noticed that when I say it more than a couple of times, they look like they're going to thump me.
Sorry?
I have noticed when I say it more than a couple of times, they look like they're going to thump me. And when I start to say it, and I say, how much help do you want from me? Or, okay, so if a situation
Did I
occurs...
get that last manoeuvre right or wrong?
The manoeuvre itself was right.
No. Did I get the manoeuvre right or wrong?
Wrong because of your feet
Wrong.
pedals.
Right?
Okay.
And then you've talked to me about it, and between the pair of us we worked out that I've got gravity
Yeah.
and that I'm not coasting.
Mhm.
So yeah, you need to ask How much help do you want from me?
Okay, so we're going to have a go at that again, Tony. Would you like to try that again?
Yeah.
Okay, so how much help would you like from me from this time?
I think I'll try it my own again.
So try it again. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. So what have you got to do differently this time?
Not make that funny noise at the clutch
And how are you going to do that?
by using gravity.
By using gravity.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. And what do you have to do with the clutch in order to use the gravity?
Keep it down.
Keep it down, good. So, if you give it a go,
Yeah.
I'll let you do it on your own. And if anything happens in the situation that you don't see anything with the observations or something's going to happen, I will take the wheel or potentially use the pedal if I have to. So, are you happy with that?
No.
Yeah? Okay. So, when you're ready. So Tony, before you move away,
I've checked my blind spot.
you did check your blind spot, but when you think about it, there's been a big long pause, hasn't there, in between hands?
That was his fault.
That was his fault, but does that mean that the road could have changed behind you?
Oh yeah, you're right.
So you still have to do your observations again. Well done.
Blame for everything, isn't it? Can I just leave it in neutral?
No, that is coasting. I don't... No, you have to put it in reverse.
Well, I'm not using the clutch.
Yes, but if you were doing it with gravity, you're not using the clutch. You having your clutch to the floor is the same as it being... Stop it. No, you've got to have it in reverse. Okay, out of roll, please tell me the answer to that one, because I'm going to give you a load of my blarney. Baloney, as you call it.
Out of roll. Look at the back of that silver Citroen, yeah?
Yeah,
You see loads of red glass, yeah?
yeah.
You see any white glass?
Yes, and if you haven't got your reversing lights on, no one knows you're reversing. Duh. Yes, you do have to have your reversing lights on, because that now means everyone coming up behind you knows exactly what you're doing.
Can I just wait till they go past?
Why? Are they crossing the road?
Sorry?
Are they staying on the pavement?
No, but I'm only a learner. I might get it wrong, wouldn't I?
Well, I'd stop you before you went up the curb to hit them. So, nice and slow, Tony.
I am.
That was much better.
That was a nuts, wasn't it?
That was a nuts. I think that one's a high five.
Yeah.
That one went really well, didn't it? Did you feel the difference?
Yeah.
How did you feel that was much better?
I don't know. You didn't ask me anything about. I liked it when we scaled last week.
I know, because you haven't given me the chance yet. So I want to ask you, how do you feel that was better? Before we even think about scaling it.
Sorry?
So what was better about that manoeuvre than all the others that you've done?
Didn't get loads of noise.
You didn't get loads of noise. One,
Yeah.
what else?
I felt under control.
You felt under control. And the third thing, what was way better?
I felt I'd done the right thing with those pedestrians.
Yeah, what else?
Seeing
Yeah.
as they were children.
As soon as they were children, yes, because what could children potentially do?
Anything.
Anything, and run
Yeah.
out. Yeah, that's fine. So you waited till they were out of the way.
Yeah.
And then what else was best? What was the one thing we needed to work on today particularly that was good today on that manoeuvre?
Oh, the observation.
Observations, yes. Much better. So
I think I've done them well on the first one.
They were a bit frantic on the first one, weren't they, because of the speed. So the whole thing now, you had control of speed, the accuracy of the manoeuvre with lots of observations.
Yeah.
So how would you scale that now?
I'd give myself 9 for that.
You give yourself a 9?
Yeah.
I'd probably, yeah,
Yeah.
it was pretty good, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Much better.
Yeah.
So I think you've got that cracked now.
Yeah.
So what do we need to do to keep that as a 9 or a 10?
Keep it as a 9.
So you want to keep that as a 9 and potentially get it to a 10, don't you? So what do we have to do in order to do that?
More practice.
More practice so we have consistency.
Yeah.
So that every time you do it, you do that at a nice speed with lots of observations.
Yeah.
Okay? Good. Well done.
God. Anyway. I was really shocked that you didn't know about the why I had to go into reverse.
I do know, really. Because
Okay.
every time I do it in a reverse around the corner or anything, I say to them, they go, do I need to indicate? I said, no, because you've got your reversing lights on. Everyone knows what you're doing. But when I sit here with you, it's like a whole lot goes out the window.
No, it's my fault.
Yeah, it's totally your fault.
Sorry?
It's totally your fault. Because I think everything, I suddenly question what I'm going to do, and I think, I now suddenly feel really ignorant and don't have any information in my head. Like coasting, for example.
Yeah, why would we not class it as coasting coming in here?
Because coasting is more when you're driving along and you consistently drive in neutral or with your gears down for a long time. Like if you're coming up with a jog and you're in second gear and you leave it in the clutch down and you keep it leaving on.
Do you mean the clutch down for a long time? Not
Yeah, the clutch down for a long time. So if you've got the clutch down for a long time and you're driving continuously at speed, that's coasting, and there's no control or natural engine braking going on.
Yeah.
So the car is always going to speed up.
Yeah, so we don't really need engine braking when we're only moving at old man's walking
No,
pace.
not when we're doing a
like.
manoeuvre, we don't, do we?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so coasting doesn't come into a manoeuvre.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Any questions?
No, but I'm obviously supposed to have some questions. What should I be asking you?
A little bit more structure to it. At each attempt, I don't know why your pupils are whinging about the fact that you're asking them about how much help they want from you.
Well, whenever I say it, whenever I say how much help do you want from me, they just go, I said, do you want help from me? And they go, yes, everything. So invariably, then eventually they do say, no, I'm going to give it a go, which is fine. And then I said, but as soon as I start the sentence, well, obviously you've got to appreciate that if anything, yeah, I know. They go, yeah, I know.
Yeah, but I mean, they can say what they like, can't they?
Okay.
At least you have actually given the
information.
Well, you have made a
sentence.
contract with them, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do feel that if I've said it more than a couple of times, they take it as read. When I've said it once, they take it as read that no matter what happens in the lesson, I'm going to do that if I have to. So they just go, yeah, of course, that's fine. And when I start to say it again, they go, yeah, I know.
Yeah, no, carry on with it.
Okay. So say it anyway, because they do sometimes. They look like they're going to thump you if you say it again.
I'm sure none of them are going to thump you.
I know they'll thump you, but they look at you in a way, yeah, I know. They go, yes.
Yeah, but there is going to be occasions where it does go wrong, and you are going to have to use the brake.
Interfere, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they're going to turn around and say, "Why did you do that?"
Yeah. Okay.
But if you've already included it in the contract, well, they're not to whinge about, are they?
No.
Right, I'll just give this pause. But don't say anything rude. That I've got to delete.
As if I would.